Okay. Always goes black when it switches. Okay. I'm back on my Uber setup. I've already installed Uber. And the previous live video I did tonight was I looked through all the Uber uh, TOS, the permissions. Wow, you should read all that. And the Lyft. And first I tried to install Uber and it wouldn't install. And later I figured out I didn't have enough space. Then I tried Lyft and it installed, and it wouldn't accept I don't even have a phone number on my mobile phones. I just got them for cameras anyway, but I have a Google Voice number, and that worked. Later I cleared some space on my phone, installed Uber, and that worked. So let me go to my desktop, and I'm in the middle. I had to take a break, and I was in the middle of getting it set up, and oh yeah, I forgot to open up TeamViewer. Well, I'll do that in a minute, I guess. Here's the TOS, terms of use. There's just terms of use instead of terms of service, and it starts out with contractual relationship. And I'm not going to go through the whole thing. Of course, it's way too much to go through. But I will search through for some certain key things that are important to me. Starts out with something. I kind of glanced over it and then it's like, whoa, what is all that? Let's see. In terms of use, govern your access from the United States and its territories. Oh, I thought it said terrorists. That's why I was like, what? Possessions and applications, websites, so and so, so and so. I'm not going to try to read it. I don't read out loud very well. Read carefully. It is a legal agreement. Used to TOS weren't legally binding. They're saying they have been for years. I think they might have changed some laws, and I don't know. And of course, people don't always tell you the truth on the internet, for sure. So they may not be all legally binding, or they may not be in your state or country, but if they are and you agree to something by just clicking on it, then you may be in trouble later if you didn't want that. Arbitration, that was something that was really weird. You can't, so it says, it looked like they're trying to say you can't sue them if they rip you off. That's why I'm trying to do this desktop search here. There we go, it worked. Fees, and that's the first thing you want to know with something like this is what are you agreeing to when it comes to paying? Responsibility to pay any AAA filing, administrative, and arbitrator fees. AAA, American Automobile Association. They're not saying what AAA is, but that's the only AAA I know about. Set forth with the AA rules. However, your claim damage does not exceed $75,000. Let's see. Rule AA. However, if your claim for damages does not exceed $75,000, I'm just going to kind of look at it for myself because you can read it faster than I can read it out loud. So, yeah, well, sounds different from most things I get into. Okay. Can't be under 18. See about that text messaging. They can contact you, including an automatic phone dial. Says, oh, isn't that wonderful? They're going to spam you with texts and phone calls, including marketing. And you do not have to consent. Could opt out of text messages. Well, that would be something important to do. Text stop to that. Probably just because I installed the app. Well, I didn't say agree on this yet. See, I was to the setup page. But just because I installed it, they may start that. And I was thinking, you know, if I didn't like it, I'd just uninstall it. I mean, I don't like it already, but I need a ride so bad. Let's see. Promotion codes. That's what people were talking about. They didn't get their benefit. They were supposed to get the price. They were supposed to get on the promotion codes. I'm going to kind of go through this. I was going to search for pay every time that it showed up in there, but it doesn't look like it's super long, so I'm going to kind of thumb through it. Promotion codes. Yeah, there's the page right there that you want to go to if you want to look at this ahead of time. And sometimes it's really hard to find these kind of pages until you already install an app or a software or whatever. Okay, it's about something about publishing feedback and images or something. Text, audio, visual content. I guess if you want to tell us how wonderful they are, they might let you do that. But if you provide user contents, and they get to do whatever they want with it, irrevocable. And I thought I hated Facebook's TOS. Third parties, that's even worse. See, most of them they don't get automatic consent to third parties. Well, I'm surprised they're even talking about all this user-generated content stuff. That's not what this site was even about. It's about getting rides. You agree not content is defamatory, libelous, hateful, violent, obscene. Yeah, of course. Offensive. Uber's discretion. Yeah, so if you were to put something on there, I'm surprised that you get to put, maybe because it's on Google Play, all those people are telling what they really think about it. I bet they can't put it on there, anything to do with Uber, about how bad when they're upset with them. You're responsible for, yeah, of course, you're going to have to get the network access, internet for your phone to make this work. But your mobile network's rates and fees may apply if your access useful services, responsible for requiring updating compatible hardware devices. Okay, yeah, well, that, yeah. But they don't guarantee anything. So if things don't work right, it's not their fault. It's your fault. Payment. This is the main thing right here. Other may require fees, tolls, surcharges. I saw it before. If you go down a toll road, you got to pay the toll. The driver don't pay it. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, Charges paid by you are final and non-refundable unless otherwise determined by Uber. That's what I got from the reviews. And they don't seem to, and it doesn't sound like they're giving any refunds either. When somebody rips you off, a driver or whatever. Between you and Uber, Uber reserves the right to establish, remove, and or revise charges for any and all services and goods obtained through the use of services any time at Uber's discretion. What? Do they not have to obey the laws of the United States of America? And I saw this on another site that was showing you giving you the prices of all different ride services, charges. You agree charges certain geographical areas may increase substantially during high demand times. It says Uber will use reasonable efforts to inform you. Reasonable efforts that may apply, provided that you will be responsible for charges incurred under your account, regardless of your awareness of such charges. For your amounts there, I lost my place. They may give promotions. My backup app. I like the app, but looking back up, it's freezing. It's making where I can't even move my web browser window. Oh, I meant to close Thunderbird so that it wouldn't be using up memory. I knew that was going to start because I had rebooted the computer, which is great. I think it's finished. Oddly enough, when it's finishing, that's when it sometimes kind of closes Thunderbird. And see if that'll. Let me go to the. Yeah, for some reason it uses a lot when it's finishing up a lot of resources. Now see, it's not froze up, but it's definitely sluggish. So there's no telling what's happening to my video. It could be messing my video up. I forgot. I got so involved in doing that, I completely forgot about what I was going to do. I have it automatically runs 10 minutes or so after I boot up. Everything seems okay now, and it should do normal. I'm going to go check my live dashboard and see if everything looks okay on it. See, the web browser's still working really slow. For all I know, it had all kinds of choppy audio or something a while ago. There we go. When it starts responding better, then I'll know. Probably not the best time to add more things to the system to do, though. Started to say maybe I should try and close that, but it looks like it might be going to come in. No, let's try and close that. Yeah. Wait, we'll try and look at that later. Let's see. Everything looks okay. Sometimes when the app says disk sleep, see, oh, Thunderbird isn't finished closing yet. It'll say disk sleep. It should close. I mean, I can do it in process. No, it went ahead and closed. All right, good. That was it. It wasn't even finished closing yet. Okay. Now the discounts. What? You may elect to cancel your request for services anytime to the consignment of such services in which you may be charged a cancellation fee. Oh, okay, that's if you cancel a ride. I thought that was like you have to pay a cancellation fee if you stop using Uber altogether. I hadn't thought about that. A lot of things used to do that to you and not tell you until you get way down in the fine print, especially stuff on the internet. What's going on about promotional offers, and I was really not, I got so sidetracked I didn't quite. Certain users promotional. You agree to them. No bearing on your use of services. Charges applied. Doesn't even make sense to me. I don't know. Probably kids not catching on. They elect to cancel your request for services at any time. Now, I think they're talking about your ride. I think. Cancellation fee. Third-party providers. On their behalf. Third-party providers? What third-party providers? And you're going to owe them. They're collecting. For what? They're going to have promotions, try to get you to buy other stuff, I guess. Well, I'm skipping through this now because it's just all that third party. There's so much of language in here on this whole page about third party stuff. That really is a red flag for me. Says you don't have to tip, but you can. Okay. Repair or cleaning fees. The thing that bothers me, of course, if you mess something up, you should pay for it. But it says that Uber's reasonable discretion. Who decides what's reasonable? Uber does. And so you give them your card number, they're going to take out whatever they want out of it, or they think they should do. Non-refundable. I've never seen so many. This company you're doing business with has all the rights, and you have none on anything I've ever done. I'm going to do a screenshot of that while I'm thinking about it. Save it. At least I think I am. Normally it opens up in another tab and you see it taking the screenshot like that, but it's doing it in this tab right now. But I'm getting close to the end there of that, and I'm going to save that. I used to just do file save as, but sometimes that doesn't work. Sometimes it even crashes the page you're on or something. Sometimes lately it's even crashed the web browser. You know what? I don't think I got it. I don't know if it worked. There it goes. Finally. It just took a while. I'm using this Nimbus screenshot tool add-on for Firefox. if you were interested in that. And I just save it as an image. It makes it long. You can blow. You can zoom in and out of it and see it, the whole thing. But okay, it took me back to the top. I was kind of thinking I was going to end up doing that, but that's all right. Okay, get on back to where I was. I never did check my stream to make sure it was still good. You know, there's so much stuff I absolutely hate in here. I may not be that desperate to get a ride. I mean, it's one thing taking kind of a risk of, maybe things I've seen where the drivers try to rip you off. But if you have no recourse to get refunded, and by the agreement you click, then I'm not up for that. Okay, live stream is good. Okay, so let's see, where were we? Copyright infringement. Choice of law. Okay. Boy, there was a lot more down there than I thought. Limited liability. Disclaimer or indemnity. Yeah, that's not where I was either. Repair. Okay, so if somebody damaged, if you damage someone's car, you would expect to have to pay for it. But there should be some insurance for that too. They should already have insurance for that. Renter's insurance is very different from, and that's what they're doing, basically. They're not renting a car to you, but renter's insurance, like if you rent, I've rented things, but I've also been involved. Well, I used to do sound for bands, and my friend that owned the sound company that I work for sometimes, he and I learned, he told me a lot of what he learned about renter's insurance for the equipment and all that. And it's expensive, but it's important. And so every business that provides services like that has some sort of insurance. It's by law, most of the time they have to do it. And so they're covered, is what I'm trying to say, most of the time. Doesn't excuse somebody messing up somebody's car for sure, especially since it's an individual's car. But I do know there's been a lot of talk about what kind of insurance they have on the news and stuff with Uber and stuff. And maybe it's not good enough, and that's part of the problem. As available. And that's the merchantability and fitness, limited liability. And I'm not going to go through it because I think I've already decided I don't care. I'm not doing it. I think I saw enough bad stuff in there. I've never even considered something like this before. It's just that I need to get somewhere badly this time. But I guess I'll cancel that appointment. That's what I guess. Hope maybe I can I probably can't get my truck fixed in time before I'll have to try and find another way to get back there. But okay, California. Yeah, well, the other states don't have some of the same laws, but it seems the way they keep saying these things on these internet deals, when they're in California, even though you wouldn't be liable for some of this stuff in, say, Texas, where I live, you would be, because you said you agreed to that terms of service. Sometimes it says at the bottom in smaller print, you may not have to do this because if you live in so-and-so state, but not always. Copyright notice. If you are interested in Uber, you already have it, and you're looking at this video, you should go look at their terms of service. If you didn't already, most people don't. If it didn't get you with the permissions in the app, then look at this. I'm not giving my credit card number. I can't. As badly as Yeah, and that's the end of that. So, see if, whoops, pays, yeah, the AA fees. I'm going to see how many times pay is in there. And this is not anything about the payment method. This is not anything about privacy. I mean, there's no, after looking at this, there's no point in even me. I'm not going to do it, so I'm not even going to worry. We're looking at their privacy thing. I already saw what what they're going to access on your phone. There is absolutely no privacy, zero. So no, you agree to all this, and they can charge you any tricky way they want to, and you don't even have any, and you're agreeing to not do anything about it. So even this stuff about third-party charges, I've never seen anything that weird. I'm pissed. I'm not gonna keep going. Let me see if I can get back on my phone now. Screenshot of a video. That was a dress-up day for hot rod meet. Okay, hot rod cars. Okay, what do I want? Okay, I'm gonna get my little remote support app going here. As soon as I find it again, quick support. I didn't type team in there. There. Hopefully it will work. I actually rebooted the computer just to, of course that's why I had the trouble with the, but it had been running so long making videos and stuff, I thought it needed to be rebooted. Well, what it does is it only has 256 megabyte of video memory on onboard video chip. It's basically a laptop in a box. It's a little Lenovo Wi-Fi. And anyway, it will lock itself up if you once the video memory gets full. Okay, got connected. Remote desktop. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and uninstall Uber. I just don't think I'm that desperate. I'm not going into that junk. Let's see. I wonder if it's still. I think I reboot. Did I reboot this phone? No. There's Uber. Okay, I'll just click on it from there. It's in there somewhere, but I don't care. Oh, actually, I don't want. I want to see what it's going to come up to. I guess it'll go. Get moving with Uber. Enter your mobile phone number. You know, it must not have. It's acting like it. Not. I guess since it's not finished, it's not really completely registered or whatever. But I don't want to do that. I'm going to uninstall it. So that's not my number. That's luckily. That's I guess an example of a number. Okay, so I'm starving. I gotta eat. I'm gonna get this uninstalled and get off the video and eat. I hope I'm on desktop. Yes, I'm still on desktop. Okay, good. That always jumps back to small when you do that. All in one toolbox. Yeah, I've seen some fishy apps that I've tried out and took off of here, off this phone, but I've never seen anything that bad in software apps. Anything. Okay, it's refreshing pretty slow, but see, where do I want to go? I'll do it on the phone and maybe it'll make it show up. Sometimes when you change something on the phone, yeah, it'll make it come on up. I think I went too far up. Yeah, there it is, App Manager. I'll wait till it shows up. There we go. Yeah, I guess it's going to be at the bottom because it's Uber. So let's try to get down to the bottom. Don't see it. There it is. Okay. I am curious about one thing though. I'll go to App to SD and see if you'd be able to move Uber to the SD. No, it does not show up. Okay, so that would be terrible, 'cause that's a pretty big app. Going down to the bottom again. There. Now, if it come up on this other screen, there we go. 152 megabyte, good size. Next, I think on my phone, the only thing bigger than that is Google Photos. Uninstall. Yes, I want to uninstall. Okay, so it is uninstall finished. All right. Now let's go back to the beginning if I can get it to work. Last time it wouldn't show up. I want to go to the home on the, there we go. So I'm seeing it on the phone anyway. Let's see. Go to the home on the all-in-one toolbox. Well, it's not showing up on the remote desktop, so I'm just going to click it on the phone. I can see it and it's waiting for me. I want to do the clean. I'll see now it'll show what's going on. It does that a lot. It's a lot of data, I guess, for your Wi-Fi network. Although I can do remote desktop for hours with the computers. Well, that's on the wired connection. That's not Wi-Fi, though. This is strictly Wi-Fi, so I guess that's the thing. Okay, clean. And the speed is always fluctuating with these phones. I've noticed that. I don't know. Other phones might have better Wi-Fi chips in them. It's clean, 115 megabytes, so that should have cleaned up anything left behind by Uber. And now I see why there's I've heard a lot of negative things about them, but I haven't ever heard anything about how bad their terms of services and everything. Now I understand why. I understand that I don't want nothing to do with it. Okay, so that's it for me. I'm done with that. Well, don't know what I'm going to end up doing, but that's not going to be it. I can't even use Lyft. It wouldn't work. So they did allow me to put how I guess it would have still worked. I mean, I put my Google phone number in there and it worked so far, but I didn't finish registering. So live dashboard. So we are okay there. And I don't want to stay on, so I can close the browser, I guess. Okay, so I haven't looked at that, but I can always keep that open so I can see that my file's growing and I'm making a video. There's my screenshot. I'll show what that screenshot looks like. I'll move it to another folder later, but when you would use that Nimbus screenshot, it took me a bit to figure that part out. And I was like, well, you can't read that. That's useless. And I thought, oh, wait. Zoom in. And a lot of screenshots tools that do your whole web page will be like that. And you zoom in on them, and then you can read them perfectly. Works really well. The files can get a little bit large when it's a big page like that. And I used to do a lot of, well, there's another way I do it. There's a, what's it called? There's another add-on that will download a copy of the web page, and it works pretty well. But you can also just do file save as in your web browser, not here. And I've already closed the web browser. It's it's almost 3 megabytes, 2.9 megabytes. So you could if you want to save something to be able to look at it later, especially if you're agreeing. When I agree to something like that, if I would have agreed to it, that was that for sure I would want to save it to go back. Of course, it doesn't. I mean, every one of those things say you agree to this, but we may change it at any time without any notice, blah blah blah. And it doesn't matter if you're not paying for anything as much, but it can still end up mattering. But when you're paying for it and you're giving your credit card number, you're allowed them to charge your credit card. No, thank you. So, okay, it's done. And So if I look right at the camera, I can see. If I turn my head way up, then it doesn't reflect off my glasses. It looks terrible like that, but I can't really. Most of the time, I can't do anything about it. So there we go. That's my experience with trying out Uber and Lyft, and I'm not interested in either one of them. And if you're super interested, and you don't have a service on your phone, or if the phone number you try doesn't work, then of course I didn't get it to work in Lyft, but my Google number did work in Uber so far. I mean, I didn't finish, so I don't know for sure. Anyway, this is Don. That's the end of this two-part broadcast, and I'll come back later. I've got all kinds of computer work I haven't been able to do. Get back to as soon as I can. I hadn't been feeling good, so good enough to do anything. So anyway, maybe I'll be better and get some things done soon. All right. Bye-bye.